Oh no.
So I don't have to go to the Twitch thing to read comments because it goes
No, yeah.
into
Once I get this thing up, we should be good.
what?
You heard me.
Mhm.
I don't.
Oh,
I shouldn't have to repeat myself with you.
Do you have it up, or do you want to give us the go ahead?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, what do you mean?
Like when it's up and running, or will you not be doing that?
I think we're recording.
Yes, I'm well aware. Thank you.
Yeah. Probably starting 20 minutes late would be like a good starting point.
Oh yeah. I mean, all right. Let's go.
Hey, howdy, hi. Welcome back to another episode of Comix. I am your host today, Andres, and welcome. Joining us is our castmates, Esteban
What's up,
on
guys?
my left and Ash on my right. You could say hello. This is an audio recording. So thank you. So welcome, guys. We're going to go ahead and get right to it. Esteban's going to throw out the topics, and we'll give our opinions. Go for it when you're ready, Esteban.
All right. So, like Andres said, welcome back, everybody. So, first topic we're going to go ahead and talk about is there is a rumor currently popping up right now that it is possible that Grant Gustin could replace Ezra Miller as the Flash's new DCU Flash. So, yeah. What do you guys think?
Ashy boy, go ahead.
I think that would be really cool, only because hopefully that would bring in his entire crew.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully nobody's so established, well, yeah, so established that it was like, oh, but we wanted a different King Shark, or we wanted a different whatever the fuck it is. Like, oh, we wanted
Right.
Natalie Portman to play fucking the love interest. But again, it could be Grant Gustin, but a different world. So who knows? But cool. I mean, it's what we wanted in the beginning when we didn't know who was going to be who, and fucking
Right.
Home Slice to be Arrow. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Stephen Amell.
Yeah, that just would have been cool because again, it's already an established world, and also it's a way to bring up these actors that have held down DC for so long. It would have been awesome. And a good thank you. It could have led to, fucking Grant Gustin being in fucking, a million other things, and Stephen Amell like being a higher caliber. I don't know, it just could have led to bigger, better things. Like, look at how many things Tom Holland is in. You know what I mean?
Alrighty, so I'll give my worries. Yeah, it's something that I always wanted as well. I think I'll stay with my go-to line that I'm tired of hearing all the fucking rumors coming out of the WV verse. So just get on with it. Everything you say is either good and it's not going to come out, or it's a bullshit and it gets pushed back or whatever. So yes.
Do you think they bring up rumors just to kind of like gauge if there's interest in that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, for sure. That, and to keep it fresh in people's minds since they don't have anything out at the moment.
That's true.
Esteban, your thoughts?
I think it'd be a great turn for DC for them to go ahead and take Grant Gustin. I think Grant Gustin is probably the smart move for DC right now, especially with like all the accusations and things against Ezra Miller. So I strongly feel that it would probably be best for DC to go ahead and go with Grant Gustin. I mean, hopefully if that's the case. If it is, great. If not, whatever. But the one thing that bothers me about this is, and I'm kind of switching gears a little bit, not too much. Sorry, Andres, but the one thing that was brought to my attention too was Marvel released the what's it called, the poster for the Marvels, where it has Monica Rambeau, Carol Danvers, and Kamala Khan there. So it's cool that they did that, but I already know that the ones that are going to be hating on it now, that are going to be hating on it, is the people that are going to be hating on that poster are the same people that are trying to find excuses to keep Ezra Miller as the Flash, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I kind of feel that they should just give Ezra Miller the boot and be done with it, and Grant Gustin take over. I hope that this is something that is true, because if it's not, I think that, I don't know, I think it would be a big miss on DC's part. So
would be a cool thing too. Is this supposed to be the last season of the Flash? That would be cool, right, if the final the season finale, series finale, coincided with the date it came out.
That would be dope. That
way,
dope.
Like if he runs into Flashpoint or whatever, and it's like either to be continued or whatever sad story it is continues in the fucking movie.
Yep, I agree. I definitely agree.
All right, moving on. Go to the next topic.
Flashpoint, but I mean Speed Force.
What's that?
I keep saying Flashpoint, but I mean the Speed Force.
Yeah, that's basically the story they're doing. So, but we understand you. No worries.
So more news from DC. James Gunn confirms that we will get a new Batman actor for this new DCU. Thoughts?
I'll go ahead and go with my same thing I said last time. Yay, more fucking bullshit rumors and news that we figured there was going to be a new Batman. Cool. How groundbreaking. Next. What's your opinion, Ash?
Well, did it just start? Okay. Hopefully it's cool. I mean, whatever, like everybody was kind of adult and Flash was a kid. So hopefully if they do bring in Grant Gustin, everybody's kind of like an equal footing as far as age, right, and you know. So if they do bring in a younger Batman or whatever they're gonna do, you know, it could be this. It could be all these stories are valid. They just happen. Go ahead.
I know you said you want a Batman to match if it is going to be Grant Gustin, so they could be like all age appropriate, and with the new Superman, whoever that's going to be. But can they do another fucking like semi-origin of fucking Batman again?
No more origins.
Yes.
I mean, how many times do they really have to kill Thomas and Martha Wayne? I mean, let's be honest. It's the same amount as them killing Uncle Ben.
Even if you don't show that, like you could just, yeah. So it's going to be interesting how they work it out.
That was the one thing that was cool about the Tom Holland Spider-Man is that, oh, thank God we didn't get an origin story, but then we still like at the end, no spoiler alert, at the end it wasn't the origin story, but they still managed to tell that story differently, but they still told it
differently. Yeah, but now there is no Aunt May, so a lot of the storylines, a lot of the comic book storylines now that involve Aunt May will be shifted over and be done a little bit differently. But I think also I forget, I think it was the director,
that role, I think that would be Happy,
right? Yeah, most likely. But they've already, I forget who it was that confirmed that Uncle Ben actually died on 9/11. Yeah, I forget who.
They ever mentioned that and we just missed it, or they just
no. It was just one of those like in passing, like, you know, the writers, or they just said, oh yeah, you know, Uncle Ben, oh yeah, he died on 9/11, and then left it at that.
Awkward silence.
It's kind of, I think it's kind of poor taste, but whatever.
Is Tom Holland even old enough to? Well, 2001, right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he was like 3, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say how old has it? How long has it been since he hasn't had his Uncle Ben then?
Yeah, that's true.
Because isn't he a high school kid in?
So that wouldn't even.
Yeah,
yeah, because he's in college now. At the end of No Way Home, he's in college now. So that's awkward.
Yeah.
Make that fit your timeline, fucker.
Awesome. All right, moving on since we all gave our opinions on this.
More DC news. James Gunn, and I think James Gunn got a lot of backlash when people were pretty much talking shit that, you know, why'd they get rid of Henry Cavill and blah blah this and that. And when James Gunn found out, or James Gunn said that he was going to be writing, he ended up, I think, just to get the people off his back.
Right.
Said, hey, I was hired to write the new Superman Legacy 6 months before I even got the, you know, co-head of DC. So that was the new thing that he was talking about, was that. So I mean,
I thought too, the pictures with him and Snyder, I was like, okay, bro, like it's not, yeah, like hey, like okay, yeah, right, yeah, all right, like it's already happening, bro. Like it's like going through a breakup where we're accepting it slowly. Just fucking doesn't need to fucking
keep bringing it up or trying to. We're trying to move on. Just shut the fuck up.
Hey, remember when I ripped your heart out? Yes, I remember. Thank you very much. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Friends with the person I cheated on with. Oh, okay, cool.
It's like more of the same bullshit. It's like, all right, well, fuck. Yeah, whatever you say, I already don't trust you. Not in a negative way. It's just like, yeah, all right, you're covering your back. I don't need you to keep going at it and changing the story a little bit and whatever, dude. Just fucking move on.
When they showed that young guy rumored to be the new Superman, I guess again, like it was super weird that fucking Ben Affleck was supposed to be fucking old man Bruce Wayne, and it was like, bro, really? He's fucking pulling a tire with his fucking 9-pack. Like, what are we doing? Like, is he the old? Like, clearly, like that's him. But like, what are we doing? But you have to keep him young enough to still be cool. But it was like, whatever. So hopefully, again, just don't make, you know, fucking Superman's like 23 and fucking for no reason Batman's 47, you know?
Yeah, I saw fan casting for Batman. And have you guys seen the Reacher show? I think is it on Amazon? The Jack Reacher show? Is that Amazon, or
That's
is that
the guy
Hulu,
fucking that's Hawk and Dove from Titans, or Hawk.
Yeah. The blonde dude? Yeah, I know.
Is that him?
Yes.
It doesn't look like him.
He died, well, spoiler, he died on Titans.
He died on Titans?
Well, shit, that was like a year or two ago, but you're never gonna watch it.
Yeah, fuck.
Whatever, man. But they were saying like he would probably be a great Batman, you know, because he's all fucking cut and shit. He looks like Andres, you know, with,
Isn't he blonde?
with the V.
Get out of here.
Is that the picture where it's side by side where like Bruce has like a tower or something with like an 8-pack, but it's a drawing, and then they showed that guy? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they took Andres's body type and drew it, you know. So there it is.
Fuck.
So therefore, Andres should be Batman.
Keaton's fucking abs were putty, and nobody said, "Hey, you don't got those abs." Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're
his
good.
suit was fucking latex, dude, and it was the '80s. Nobody cared.
When he pushes it with a gun, like, oh, could have shot him there, but we'll just go ahead and then it became those fucking plates in the second one. Weird.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's all right. The plates will come back for the Flash film. So
yeah.
Sure.
Next topic.
In the blue, and I'm hoping it's a blue thing where it's like in dark, it's just black, but if the light hits it right, it's the blue and gray, but ultimately it's black. I'm kind of hoping it's like that. As long as it's not the fucking snow camouflage Batman, I'm good.
Did you see the aqua one? The scuba one?
Yeah, I
did. Did you see it, Andres?
No, I didn't.
No, in the trailer in the corner, you see the scuba one. He's got like the big old goggles, and then he's got the it's got the cape from the Batman, where you know how the cape came up to like about mid high, like from the ear, so it came up that way, and then you see the scuba the scuba tank, the hoses come out this way and then go here.
That was a really long, intricate shot then, because you like nailed every component of that suit.
Dude, it was like It's like watch. Okay, so you know back when in the 90s, where you know toy companies were just trying to sell toys, and like every time they're like, this is Batman in a snowsuit, this is Batman in his night vision suit, this is Batman in this. That's what it looked like.
Or you
And
had the multiple GI Joes, the toxic ones, and you'd spray
exactly,
water on them and like change colors. Like, oh
exactly,
fuck, yeah, they got some battle damage.
yeah,
the
exactly.
It would be a fucking 2,000 gallon tank, but in this little fucking nothing. Like it's a, and he's fucking, you know what I mean? Like we don't need all whatever.
But see, this is the thing. It's I saw the trailer again, and it's very difficult for me to see and understand that the entire career that Bruce Wayne has been Batman, he only has 7 suits. That's it.
Even though he went into that fucking chamber and it's all fucking.
Fuck, it's supposed to be protective. They last.
But dude, okay, so you got a scuba suit? Dude, I'm sorry. Like when I saw it, I'm just kind of like,
Croc, you gotta face Killer Croc. You need the scuba suit.
And it's all slowing him down. and the fucking scuba tank keeps bumping his back every time he runs.
Shark visits Gotham. You never know. Fucking need a scuba suit, bitch.
Dude, it's so fucking weird, but whatever. Next thing is Marvel Studios has confirmed that they have moved on from RDJ and from bringing them back to the MCU.
That's gonna be a real test when Sam is gonna be Captain America. I know they kind of introduced us to the idea, but like that's gonna be a real like this is not season 4. What are we doing? Phase 4? Phase 5?
Phase 5, dude. Phase 5 kicked off with Ant-Man.
But it looked really good because like fucking there was something I saw he threw the fucking shield and then he catches up with it. I don't know what it was though. I don't know.
What do you mean he catches up with it?
He like throws the fucking shield and then he flies to the instead of holding it the whole way, like he throws it, then he catches up to it, and then he starts fucking up everybody. Instead of going all the way with it, he just throws it and then catches up to it. I don't know what it was though.
Okay.
I don't know what that was a trailer to. It was something.
It was probably in Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Probably like the last episode.
Maybe.
So
in regards to RDJ no longer being in it, he was already no longer in it. The rumors of him coming back, he was cool, but it's something that we were, well, at least in my mind, I already got used to it. So, okay, cool.
It'd be cool if he was Jarvis, the new Jarvis for Ironheart.
Just the voice? Or you expect him to?
Just, here's your money, just do the fucking voice.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, in the comic book, that's the way that it went. You know, our Tony Stark downloaded his consciousness into an AI form, but obviously in the comic book, he like would project himself, you know, and he'd be walking around and stuff like that. But he was ultimately Ironheart's AI. I think why a lot of people were hooked on this was the line in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness where America Chavez basically says, you know, if you have a dream, if you're dreaming and you dream about yourself doing something else, that's a doorway to yourself in an alternate universe. So when they said, or when he said in Infinity War, oh, I had a dream and that we had a kid and, you know, it was so real and all this and that, they're like, oh, well, maybe there was a Tony Stark that, you know, in a different universe where he did make it or he did survive or whatever, you know. So a lot of people were grasping at straws for that. And they were saying that he was supposed to come back for Secret Wars. I don't know if that's still a thing. So if he comes back, they're talking, well, I was reading that he'd come back as Superior Iron Man, which was like Iron Man, like to the nth degree, but like a complete asshole through the entire time. So
I was gonna say, if it would make more of an impact if they just don't talk about it. So if they had mentioned, like they were talking about the Secret Wars, just shut the fuck up and have them surprise everyone on screen and don't have this talk about it, and then it'll make a bigger impact.
Right. I mean, who knows? That you could be right, dude, where they end up doing that, where they're just like, okay, put out a fucking release saying that we're moving away from him and then don't talk about him at all until fucking Secret Wars comes out, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That would be the best way they could go at it. It'll make a bigger impact.
That's true.
Yeah. It could even be a flashback scene of where Nick Fury was, like, Nick Fury had one last conversation with Tony before he left, and they just filmed that. But he's not really back. It's just one of those.
It was just like a filler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or here, this is what we'll do if such and such happen, and something like that, you know?
Right.
Fuck, if they can make him fucking look exactly like he looked in fucking 16 Candles, I think they can do anything they want. You know what I mean? They can make him look
when they made him look like for Civil War?
Yeah.
If he wants. That's the thing.
The what?
if he wants.
That
Yeah.
if he wants.
Yeah, exactly. It's if he
You
wants.
get out of the character and you get out of the suit for so long.
Hey, they were able to convince Hugh Jackman to come back and be Logan. So, and I guess the only way that he said yes to it was it wasn't going to tarnish what they did in Logan. So,
I wonder if it did more with Marvel coming back to him, or if it had to do with Ryan Reynolds being like, "Yo, bro, let's fucking do this shit. Like you and I could fucking do this."
Through the years, even they were fucking like doing Christmas parties. They're doing like, you know what I mean? Like they were always not besties, but they were always. It's just been that kind of a relationship, minus the hate. But
no, trust, dude. There is no hate. They like love each other to death.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the love-hate relationship of Deadpool and
oh, I see.
Two, I think he's had a chance to do all his, like, okay, bro, I've done all the Marvel action move. Like, then he got to do Broadway. He got to do all the shit that he wanted to do.
He got to do with his musicals that he wanted to do, the musical films and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think he just wanted that. Like, bro, you can't do this because now you got to go to fucking X-Men. Now you got to do fucking Wolverine. Now you got to do like, yeah. So just away from it along enough time. Fuck. Patrick Stewart said I'm done, and now he's not. You know what I mean? Like, you just out of the same situation for a while. It's like, all right, cool. Like, as long as I'm not dedicated to the next 9 movies, we could do this.
Yeah, I can see Robert Downey Jr. sitting down with his wife, and you know what, man? I missed a super tight skin suit with the motion sensor balls all over my body. I really missed that.
He's like, you know what, man? I miss another $100 million for a.
Yes, that's what it is.
And then, that's what it would be. You know, his wife would probably say, "I really miss seeing you in those super tight, motion sensor suits." And you know what I miss? The $100 million checks. That's what I miss.
There's still an RDJ that we haven't even seen where he has like the gray on the sides. Like we still haven't seen. We're good, man. He can still do it as long as he's not Tony Stark. I think.
I think he's moving from what I was reading in his IMDb. He's still doing obviously acting and stuff like that. Because he's going to do another Sherlock Holmes with Guy Ritchie, and yeah.
Cool.
That sounds good.
But I think that one's scheduled for a 25 release date. Or 25 release year.
Go for.
Understandably, they're doing stuff for the new Indiana Jones, but like, it's hard to see, like, once all the acting scenes of Harrison Ford, and then all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that he's like swinging on shit when he's like, "Hey guys, what's up?" There's a fucking legend. I'm just trying to say, like, it was hard to.
No. Yeah, I know you're talking shit about Harrison Ford. It's all good.
Not at all.
He's gonna listen to this. He's gonna listen to this episode, and he's gonna be like, "Fucking comics."
Riddle, but look how slow.
Or why he's flying in an airplane, and then you mention his name, and he fucking crashes again because of you.
I hope you're happy.
He was swinging on a rope from crate to crate in a Nazi fucking fortress, but when he landed, he would be like, "Give me that comb, son." Like it wasn't. Okay. Come on. I know I'm not the only one, but now
if you watch the trailer, you can see when he's jumping from car to car, you can tell like he's fucking done. He should not be doing it.
You know what's funny is that I said this, talking this much shit, and then you went like fucking nuclear. But
they had to fucking backed up the Brinks truck on his ass to get him to come back. That fool is fucking done. He was done during Star Wars, and then the fucking Millennium Falcon broke his ass, and he
Yeah.
fucking that shit. How the like they had to have just been like, here's a bunch of fucking money, let's fucking get this shit rolling.
Hey, man. I mean,
Like
whatever
that too.
works, dude.
But like in talk shows and stuff, like, hey, we're gonna bring on Chewie, and you guys just do a little skit. Fuck it, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't so like, I'll be here, but I'm just not gonna talk about Star Wars. Like, bro, that's the whole reason you're here.
Chewie.
Yeah. What was it? Was he on Kimmel, or was it Conan O'Brien, where Chewie was in the audience and Harrison Ford yells at him and he tells him, he's like, I didn't know she was yours, implying that he had slept with her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I don't know. No one's talking about Once Beloved. They're talking about fucking Star Wars, bro. I'm sorry. It's not a Daniel Day-Lewis situation.
By the way, there's this fucking Harrison Ford movie with Roman Polanski, which is kind of a cult movie that's really fucking good. So in case I can't think of it, sorry. I can't Google it. That's something I'd read.
I'm down to watch that.
Because didn't he just put out an Apple series with
it's in the beginning of Yellowstone, right? Or the prequel?
No. It's a comedy that he does with Jason Segel. Right?
That's
Psycho? No, not Psycho. It's a therapy. I don't know if it's. Yeah.
He's a therapist or something like that.
I think he's the therapist.
Okay.
But I think he's a therapist, but it's his son. So it's
okay.
So it's one of those like you could give other people.
With the fucking machine that came out with Mark Hamill as fucking Bert Kreischer's dad.
Oh my god! I saw that trailer, dude. That shit was hilarious.
No, it wasn't. Shut the fuck up. How dare you?
It was funny.
That is a steaming pile of shit waiting to happen.
Oh, of course. I'm not arguing that it's not going to be a piece of shit movie. I'm just saying is that was hilarious that Mark Hamill was in it.
That is worse than Mark Hamill's appearance in Jay and Silent Bob when he's the fart knocker.
Cock knocker.
Cock knocker.
It's way worse.
Hey kids, it's Mark Hamill.
So, hey man, why do they call you cock knocker?
Oh, that's why cock knocker. Fart knocker.
But it's like I get it, but like I even think Mark Hamill is just kind of tired of wants a little bit of a break from the Star Wars stuff too. So he's just like, I'm gonna do this piece of shit movie. And you know, if Luis was on this show, it was on this episode, he'd be defending that fucking movie.
Machine?
Yeah.
Anywho.
That movie, I suggest. Keep going.
Look that up because I'm down to watch. But again, it's not.
It's called Frantic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's an old movie.
Yeah.
The cover is just him and he's like that or something.
Yeah.
I remember that. I used to work at fucking Record Town and I used to pass by that fucking cover all the time. Is there Witness? There was another one called Witness. Anyway. Yeah. But again, yes, we're talking about that now, but it's not what made him a household fucking name. Like, here's a bunch of chains. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right. Fucking in 20 years when they gave Miles Teller fucking Top Gun and fucking everything they're trying to give Miles Teller now, like, it would suck for everybody to grow up to be like, remember that in Top Gun when you were like, shut up, kid.
Hey, did you compare?
I did my left foot too. Yeah.
Hey, did you compare Miles to Harrison Ford?
Yes, he did.
No?
Did you compare?
They did try to give. No, okay. Are they not trying to
compare Miles Teller to Harrison Ford?
You sure did.
I did.
Yeah. Just think about what you just did.
I did. It's not the legacy, but shit, man, he's in everything. He's gonna be like, and same thing with Creed, Michael B. Jordan.
Hold up, time out.
Miles Teller only has one fantastic movie, and that's the drum movie.
I was
That's
gonna
it.
say the drum movie.
Okay. Hold on. This is hilarious because I know we're live on Twitch right now,
Yeah.
but we just got booted off of TikTok Live right now.
Because
Us.
I cursed too much.
No. It says we violated their guided their codes. It says your access was suspended for violating our bullying and harassment policy. So because we were talking shit about Harrison Ford.
I wasn't really talking.
It says we do not allow statements intended to mock, humiliate, embarrass, intimidate, or hurt individuals. 2, content that glorifies normalization or promotes sexual harassment. 3, threatens or to dox or hack in order to harass, blackmail other individuals. 4, content that dehumanizes or mocks victims of violent tragedies. 5, other bullying or harassment behavior. What the fuck?
Was the when we were talking about 9/11 and
maybe
Peter Parker? I don't know.
it's something we shouldn't bring up to Comic-Con radio.
Wow, dude. I
That's,
can't believe that.
how long are we suspended?
This is X-rated pirate fucking podcasting here.
You know what's be cool though? It like clickbait. We should say like, what's the one show we did that got us kicked off of TikTok? And then it was like, we don't even know what we did.
I slightly referred to Harrison Ford as old, and then I defended him against Ash's evil diatribe of fucking
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller being anywhere comparable to him. Suck my dick. All right, moving on. Next topic.
Okay. Jumping back on to sorry, that's so funny.
There are people in a thong fucking with their ass cheeks
Keep your mouth shut.
clapping.
Hey, keep your mouth
Shut up, you're gonna ban us off of Twitch.
That's fucking stupid.
Aquaman 2 is being reported in big trouble after terrible screen testing. Sorry.
dude. Every
Yeah.
DC I just fucking hate now. I don't care. I don't care about this movie. I'll watch it because homeboy is Jason Momoa is a good dude, so I'll watch it. But James Gunn blew it up during that conference, and I'm cool. I'll watch it. Sounds good. He's a good actor. Maybe they'll give him Lobo in the future, and he won't be fucking Aquaman anymore. Not that it's a bad thing. Maybe he'll make Rise Aquaman to the level it should be instead of fucking Fish Guy. Cool. But fuck, I just don't like. I'm tired. Like even with the stuff with Zachary Levi and Shazam, yeah, that guy's a dork. I never liked him. So all that stuff coming out with him, good. Fuck you, anti-masker, good COVID guy. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, I saw that, dude.
Just fuck
How's Zachary Levi?
Fuck off. Fuck off with all your
Yeah.
fuck. Just put your movies out and let us decide.
Are you are you gonna see Ant-Man or Shazam in the theater, or are you gonna wait till it gets?
Those are weights.
Yeah, dude. I think what's going to end up happening, I was reading an article yesterday where Disney's contemplating pushing Ant-Man to Disney Plus sooner rather than later, just to kind of try to recoup some of their money that they lost, which I don't think they ended up losing a lot. I think they lost a few. I mean, to a company, it's probably not a lot. I think they lost a few million, but I don't think like it was as big as it was, you know, that everyone thinks.
For us to watch, or like COVID when paid $28 to fucking watch it?
Oh no, for us to watch, like what they're doing now, like when they release Black Panther and Thor, Love and Thunder, stuff like that. So I think they're gonna end up capitalizing on that because Ant-Man will still be fresh, because I think the streaming embargo is 45 days after it premieres. So 45 days from that date, the next day on the 46th day, they're probably gonna push it to Disney Plus. So
I don't know. I think they marketed it wrong, where they should have pumped more the Kang, and like Kang's gonna be the villain that we're like fucking Thanos, like that he's someone that's like, oh fuck, he's lingering in the background, and this is like the first skirmish with him.
right.
I read that he's the right villain, but the wrong villain for Ant-Man, because it's supposed to be a bigger villain than just like it should be an Avengers movie as opposed to just one guy.
So save him and so make like fucking what's homeboy's Modoc, who was
MODOK. Yeah.
Yellow Jacket
Oh.
before.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But I think it takes away the whole quantum manium thing and tying it to like multiverse bullshit.
Should be interesting. I'm interested in it. It's not clearly as a Batman fan. As soon as I saw Keaton, no matter, sadly, all that other bullshit. And when I say that respectfully because I know people went through tables and people got choked and people were fucking kidnapped. I understand that. But as I said last week, as soon as I saw Keaton, there's no reason I shouldn't go see the fucking movie because this motherfucker was an asshole off camera and it let it, like, nobody learns a fucking lesson. You know what I mean? He's going to be gone anyway. And it's fucked up that we lost Keaton in Batgirl, which was supposed to go into fucking
Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond. So, like, why fuck over everybody for something that's supposed to already have been? Yes.
Sorry for jumping in, but wasn't there a picture today released of the actress that was supposed to play Batgirl is now playing? What is the name of the Flash Batman in the?
Oh, Red Death.
Yeah, Red Death. Did that come out today? Where she was playing Red Death in?
I think so.
I was surprised that they gave her Red Death instead of her staying with the Batgirl, but sorry.
I wonder if that would have been alternate universe, so that she would have actually played two characters. Like Thomas Wayne lived, Thomas Wayne died.
To tie in the shows with the fucking universe now, so are they doing that now, or is it henceforth from fucking Flashback?
No man.
See, like that's what another thing that pisses me off is like I need a fucking roadmap to understand what's going on in your universe compared to fucking Marvel, which is all in the same one. It's like, okay, I could just jump in and watch a show and know it's in the same universe. I'm like, yo, homeboy, there's a fucking Avengers in this universe. Not like this bullshit where it's like, hey, maybe it's the fucking Flash is in this uniform. Maybe it's Green Arrow. Maybe it's a different Superman. Like,
you know what I appreciate about Marvel movies too? Like I saw, what did I see? I saw the fucking Guardians Christmas one that made, actually I played the fucking game that made me want to watch the movies again. Sorry, my fucking
what game?
The PS5 game that made me want to play watch the movies again. Because I noticed I didn't remember part 2 that much, but part 3 or part 1 I watched a million times. But they worked as standalone movies as well as fit into the universe. Like it wasn't until like the end credits, mid-end credits that like,
right.
Hey guys, like, yeah.
To jump on your point, like that's the good and bad thing about having James Gunn. It's like that's James Gunn, but then he does like other bullshit around it. It's like that's what you want. You want your movies to be able to stand alone on the strength of itself and to touch upon the universe they're in general. Like if you just fucking jump into this one fucking movie, like, okay, cool, we can start from here. And then if it touches you off, like, all right, you just saw this, you didn't see any fucking Marvel movie, you saw this and you're a fan. It's like, okay, let's get into everything else. And then you start going forward. But it doesn't affect that you just started now and you just watch this. Like, you don't have to go in with a history of everything.
The thing I loved / hated about comic books was it would be Batman into Robin 36 into.
That's what I was gonna say. At least they give you the number though. So
like, God damn, dude. But at the same time, as a collector, like you really don't want to be like I have a Guardians of the Galaxy because it came with something else, and It's clearly not
Hey, you want to know what the greatest things of my youth was? Since you're talking about like comics and stuff like that, when I was a boy, they used to have a bundle of comics every month for all like the DC shit at Costco, and you'd go roll up, and you'd have their full
Storyline.
a big fucking bundle of it, and you could catch up with every single fucking issue they have that month
Hell yeah, dude.
across their full line. I used to get fucking Star Trek in it. I didn't like Star Trek at the time. I used to get Batman the animated series. I used to get all the fucking core comics in it, and I'd be like, "Fucking, here's Nightfall." And it was like during the time where Nightfall was going on, so you're like, "Oh, I go next month." I catch the next episode, and you see fucking Bane breaking Batman's back. You see fucking Azrael. You see fucking Batman getting healed and fucking up Azrael. Dude, like.
So they would pack it as a story, and
No, it would be
it's
individual
just random.
comics, different episodes. It would be like a big bundle wrapped with the individual comics of that month, of everything DC put out that month.
Okay.
So it's like 30 separate comics of what they put out that month, and it would go on and on. And sometimes they'd have a smaller shit of Marvel ones, but not as much. Like they would keep up with the DC as much. Dude, like that was a prime like joy of my youth.
Super nerd question. Do you remember there's the ones that you got day of, but then there's these other ones that are, I don't know if it's collector's edition, but there were the ones that they're the comic books if you wanted to read the story, but they could never be appraised or anything. Like they're the weird.
So that's the barcode on the barcode on the.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the first. So the Death of Superman. I went to Ralph's to pick that one up because I couldn't go to my comic book store, and it have the UPC code, and it wasn't worth as much as the one you'd pick up at the comic book store because it was like a direct. I forget the term, but yeah, like if you got it at the grocery versus the comic book shop, it wasn't worth as much.
Yeah, it's like a direct.
I think you'd go to Albertsons or something, and my mom would be like, "All right, just get yourself a comic book and shut up." And I would be like, "No, these don't count." And she wouldn't understand. Like
instead of the logo in the front in the little box, like on the bottom, it would have the barcode.
Yeah, super weird, super weird. Because okay, so someone's always talking about like having stuff like appraised, like but it has to be like I had to fucking read the story. So even if I went through it once, it's gonna have the one crease. It's just gonna have to happen. And I try to hold it all stupid, but
I have those
the story.
Those comics I was telling you about that I got. I have them in drawers in my parents' house. They still exist, but I'm sure they're damaged. But I still.
This is what Andres is talking about. So check it out. You got the UPC code on this one.
Got at one of the packs of Costco. I have that with the embossed. It's embossed, and
so,
there's
is it because it doesn't have numbers, or what makes it?
No. Check it out. It's got the UPC code. What he's referring to is this is coming from directly from the actual what's it called?
Yeah, it has yeah. Though that means it's not.
No, this is coming from like the actual from like Marvel's press.
Okay, I had it reversed.
Like this is something that you would pick up at like a grocery store or like at a Walmart or something like that.
Yeah.
So I have a 7 with that Iron Man. I got it with. There was 4 others that had like either a special printing. It had a Thor, which it wasn't the main Thor dude. It was the guy. It wasn't.
Oh, it was Thunderstrike.
It was Thunderstrike, and it had a so it was Thunderstrike, and fuck, I forget what else was the special. Like I still have that drawer of comics at my parents' house.
Yeah, the if you guys don't remember the Thunderstrike Thor, it was kind of the Thor Love and Thunder Thor was loosely based on it because he looked like a rocker with a leather jacket, no sleeves, ponytail. What's that?
The cutoffs.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Right.
Oh yeah. The cutoffs.
Even some animated ones where like he's dude, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but like sensitive to he's like more of a hippie than he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the hammer, the hammer didn't really look like a hammer. It looked more like a club than an actual hammer.
It was like a 3-sided hammer.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Did you watch a Babysitter's Club? No, not the fucking. It's a movie which you've seen at Applegate where she's
no, don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
that. Who plays Thor?
I still quote. The dishes are done, man. I fucking love that line.
Who plays Thor in that movie?
What?
Who plays Thor in that movie? And
oh no, that's
Come on, shut up.
that's-
And what character does he play in the DCU now?
Adventures of Babysitting, and that's
Hey, Hoskin Esteban, you know it.
Oh,
Yeah,
my bad.
you just named
All
it. Thank you, you son of a bitch. I tried so hard to get you to shut the fuck up. But yeah, it's a Kingpin.
As you're talking, my fucking Rolodex brain is like, yeah, sorry.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, it's Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Vincent D'Onofrio, did you know that this year marks the 20th anniversary for the movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez?
Which is a very good movie. If you've never seen The Cell, go watch that. That's a
Fucking amazing.
fucking Stephen King movie.
Such a good movie. And Vincent D'Onofrio is fucking perfection in that movie.
The creepy psychological thriller. It's a really good movie. You could watch it, Ash.
No. Again, the thing I will always love is that other than Men in Black, the thing I've always loved that he always plays a villain with some kind of like the chink in his armor, like like, here it is, here's the chink in my armor, but he's always like the strongest character. But
that first Men in Black, he like carried that shit. Like it was a cool, like is a cool concept. And when you're a child, you like root for the fucking heroes always. But like when you're older and you watch it, like, god damn, Vincent D'Onofrio carries this movie.
In my youth, which it was all about Will Smith, and I know fucking Tommy Lee Jones from fucking Batman. I didn't know him from like legit Tommy Lee Jones movies. I just knew him from Batman.
Lee Jones, where like the fuck,
right? And they put him in a cheerleader movie. Either way,
cheerleader movie. What cheerleader movie?
There was one where he's a sheriff or something, and he's trying to take care of a bunch of cheerleaders. And the funniness is that a bunch of girls are trying to be girls, and he has to, the straight face, like exactly what you see in Men in Black. I'm Will Smith, and Tommy Lee Jones just not impressed by any of it. But that's what's funny, right? Or this show where I'm fucking ridiculous, and you guys are just like, I just waited fucking, yeah, you know what I mean? And no, I'm not comparing myself to Will Smith. Luis has not been slapped yet.
Soon. I mean, his wedding is coming up.
His wedding, right during his vows.
Congratulations, bitch.
I'm just kidding.
that apparently per Ash I'm not invited to.
I know that, but it's in Vegas, and I pretty much figured that. Okay, so the Spider-Man, I want to look at it now at fucking 11 o'clock at night. I want to see that if I have the silver Spider-Man, the
Todd McFarlane one.
It's all silver.
It's the like metal. He's wearing a metal suit.
Yeah, I think so. But it's the one where he's like all in a web, and the web is around his finger. It's a very iconic one, but
that's Todd McFarlane. Yeah,
they redid it with a silver fucking cover.
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 different covers. There's I think one of them is called like the acid green one. Then there's a silver one, a gold one.
I have the silver one, but I want to see if it's a barcode or the fucking what you just showed me.
Yeah, that was Todd McFarlane's run on Spider-Man.
I have that drawer. My wife will kill me if I bring that home. Like legit. It's non-clutter person, and I fucking am a sentimental little bitch. So I keep everything. She'll fucking
Samesies, bro.
to destroy me. Like yeah.
Samesies.
Can I?
It's like I'm keeping this. Why? You haven't used it in over a year. I could use it someday.
I like shoes, and it's like, oh, this is a special edition. I like this box. She's like, bitch, you don't need another fucking box. Throw that shit out right now. I'm like,
Okay,
God.
so there is a
I grew up poor. God damn it. I like the stuff.
Let me have my things.
okay, so I said to this person, I know that when the next girlfriend I have,
do we know this person?
I'm going to lose half of my stuff, or I'm going to need a man cave. And she said, it's good that you know that now. And I went,
wow. Wow.
Understand? Because you need flowers or it needs to be her too. But like, my thing is, if you're given a man cave, there is no reason why you should get in trouble by being in your man cave. If you're given this, if you have the garage.
I agree with you, unless you have a child. And
absolutely. No. But you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, if she wants to watch reality shows and you want to watch fucking shoot 'em up for the 80th time, like I don't want to watch
right
fucking
bitch.
Scotty wife doesn't get along with Michael Jordan's wife. I don't want to. I have no interest in that whatsoever.
Bitch, you better get used to Real Housewives.
Did you?
The stupidest thing,
Yeah,
and they never understand that it's fake.
The name of these shows.
They never understand that it's fake. Like it's. If you and I don't get along, there's no reason other than money that
for the company I work. The company I work, I used to work at our Hollywood base, and that would cover like Beverly Hills. And this was years ago, so not with my wife, but my ex-partner. And she liked reality shows, the fucking Vanderpump and all that bullshit. So there's one time I was in Hollywood driving up and on Santa Monica, and I see one of the Lisa Vanderpump. She comes out in Vanderpump Rules, and apparently she's ultra rich. And I fucking like saw her crossing the crosswalk with her husband and their little dog. And I took a picture of like it with my wife. She's like my girlfriend at the time, not my wife, sorry. And she was just like freaking out. She's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe." And I was like, "Yeah, bitch, I work in Hollywood. This is what goes on." She lost her mind.
These things are so cheap to shoot that it's 2 weeks when they shoot this thing, and they show it, it's like 3 months, right? But they filmed it in 2 weeks. So it's this girl gets along with this guy, and it's gonna be the greatest story. And then Melissa is into fucking Love Island, or I think it's Love Island. And these two people get along, and then all of a sudden this hot chick comes in, and like, I can't believe that he's talking to her. Like, it's been an hour, but it's a whole episode because you're showing everybody trying to hook up or whatever.
Or bullshit where it's like, the producers are telling them fucking.
It's so dumb. In reality, it would be like the way we're all talking, like that's the way it would be. But you have to create drama, like, hey, you don't get along with this chick. Okay, and scene, go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're creating the drama. Otherwise, what are we watching? If everybody got along, what the fuck are we watching?
But it's hilarious, dude, because I'm not gonna lie, like there's times where my wife watches it and I get hooked, I get hooked on it because I'm not gonna lie, like the drama is like out of this world, like it really is. Like my wife's watching the fucking the Utah one, okay, and one of them gets like indicted, gets indicted for like fraud or some shit like that,
What's the Utah one?
Real Housewives
of Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it based
So
around something for real, or is it like
no, like she like legit got indicted. Yeah, for real, dude.
okay?
Yeah. So it's just kind of okay.
I think
Wow. No.
her and her husband were embezzling money. I think the same thing happened with the New Jersey cast where
Did you see that Kickstarter girl that fucking started it for this like this disabled kid, and then she kept all the fucking money? And I was like, oh man, that got deep.
Yeah, and then I'm sure she'll pay for it. So
I hope she does.
oh, I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
do we have anything else to talk about?
Last of Us.
Unless you want to talk about Harvey Weinstein. If you don't, then we got nothing else. We got Last of Us.
Go for it. Talk about Harvey Weinstein. Let's
Harvey
talk about
Weinstein
this
has
old
been
fuck.
Harvey Weinstein, along with R. Kelly, because this showed up earlier today. Along with R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, along with R. Kelly, have been both sentenced to life in prison for sexual misconduct.
The last thing I wrote was 16.
Harvey got 16, and I think like R. Kelly got a total of like fucking 30 or some shit.
Yeah, like 30 years. Still not enough. No, but the 16 years, they're saying that along with the additional stuff that he was
okay.
that it's putting him in for life, essentially. So it's like the 16
Well,
plus
he's
everything
already
else
in
that he
there.
was, yeah, plus everything else that he ended up getting indicted for. It's putting him essentially in for life.
See, that's when okay. So when we talked about this on the fucking in our chat, I honestly feel like unless it's like self-defense or whatever, and we prove that or whatever the fuck, I get it. Somebody's accidentally murdered. Nope, that's not the word to use. Accidentally killed. And you prove it, cool, in life, whatever. But it sucks sometimes that R word is used and it's like, oh, 15 years. Like that's the person has to live with that shit. It's almost worse.
Worse.
And it's like it hits me wrong to hear 16 years.
You talk about that, but then there's like the cases that have statutes of limitation, and the fucking statutes of limitation right now. It's like, bitch, how the fuck is there a statute of limitation on this where they can't fucking go after this piece of shit because of time? Like,
Bill Cosby wants to do a fucking tour because of the, you know what I mean? Like he paid off the whatever, and the statute of limitations and stuff like that didn't get him in trouble with all the other stuff he did. Like it does. I know it always comes back to wrestling, but it's Bill Cosby is like a Vince McMahon. Like, well, yeah, I did it. I mean, everybody's gonna forget about it in like a week, right? Like, no, bro, you are living in a different fucking world. Like, no one's gonna forget about it. Like, you have to fucking just eat your shit.
Go away.
Go away. No. Go away.
Yeah,
like,
go away.
You still have your millions. Just go the fuck away. Like,
yeah, definitely needs to go away.
Like, I realize that I'm done, and the only way to fucking make more money is to come out with a book called If I Did It. Like, no, bro, just go. You can't be what you were, and you're lucky to even have what you have.
If I did, like, it's like, all right, this is your money ploy to get fucking shit because we know you did it, motherfucker.
Right, but that's what I'm saying with like Bill Cosby. There's gonna be people that go to either fucking throw shit at him to whatever, and it just fucking it's done. You're kind of almost like a Michael Jackson in that people still see you as the Cosby dad. Just go the fuck away, and that's the only way to keep any part of your legacy alive. Other than trying to fucking remember me, like, yeah, we do. Go the fuck away. The Harvey Weinstein thing, it's a long fucking diatribe of what I always do, but it sucks to hear even people that, you know, kill people like, hey, you got 30 years. Like, that sucks, man. This kid killed somebody at 20 or 21 and he's going to be 50 when he comes out. He's not going to come out any better. He's not going to come out. He's going to spend 30 years in where he's going to kill another person just to go back to his fucking boyfriend or go back to what he fucking is used to. Like you're done, bro. Just be done. Sorry.
To touch on what you're saying, it's like he got too short a time for all the women that he fucking did shit to. But also, it's like, yeah, it's only 16 years or whatever, but he's not gonna make it that long. So
Oh,
yeah, so it's like so when you get like murders and stuff that get like 120 years, when they get special circumstances and it like amounts to 120 years, like it's basically a life sentence.
yeah.
So this guy, he's sick and old and fat and a piece of shit. We know he's gonna die soon. So 16 years, he'll probably not live. So he'll fucking die. But does that make the fucking woman that he sexually harassed to or sexually assaulted at the time make him feel better? I don't know. I'm not that person. I hope there's solace to those women that he did whatever the fuck he did to.
But it also puts out. I'm gonna be old man fucking Fiero right now. It also puts out that they're not. A lot of these kids are not accounting for the guy's age. They think that I'm gonna fuck up and only get 16 years. They're not accounting that, like us, where we're thinking the next step. Well, he's already, which we already knew he was doing it for sympathy, but doing the little walker thing out of nowhere, like it doesn't set the right tone,
right?
And even when people are like, oh, you got 99 years and then you got an additional 99 years, realistically it's fucking life. But like, it needs to be like, you're fucking done. It needs to come off to the world like you're done. Not 99 years, you did it again, that's another fucking 14 years. Like it needs to come off like you're just, I'm not saying, I realize that we're not Texas and you're not gonna die, but it needs to just be a thing of just, you're done. You're just, especially if you've done it, I'm gonna say this wrong, but if you've done it more than once, you've already proven it's not, you were drunk, you were this.
Yeah.
I'm not giving any kind of credence to any kind of anything.
For sure.
If you did it, you fucking did it. I'm just saying, like an R. Kelly, they exposed R. Kelly went up to fucking Dave Chappelle about the pissing video. And he made fun of it. And he was upset about it. And it's like, that video's been out for fucking 10 years and you're mad about what you did. You're gonna fuck up somebody who made fun of what you did, and you're only in trouble. He still got it 10 to fucking 15 years of being able to continue doing it.
Right. And here's the thing.
That video came out showing him doing it.
And here's the thing between R. Kelly and Harvey Weinstein. Okay. A lot of prisoners don't take kindly to other men that do things to children.
Oh, he's
okay.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not.
So the likelihood of R. Kelly making it out alive after his sentence is very slim. Very slim.
But he fucking managed to come out with an album for 2 hours before it got taken
before
out.
It got pulled. Yeah.
Like, we got to think like Scarface. He was probably in there, and he's like, or Goodfellas, like, you're in there, but you're, Epstein status, unless you're fucking.
Yeah. I can honestly, no, for sure. And I can honestly say that, like Andres was saying, Weinstein isn't gonna make it throughout his entire sentence, and I honestly don't think R. Kelly's gonna make it throughout his entire sentence either. They're both gonna end up dying in prison. But I agree with you. I agree with you that like what you're saying, like the circumstances of what they've both done, like, you're done, dude. Like, that's it. Like, you're done. There shouldn't be anything else. Like, you've done it more than once. You've proven that you're some fucking sicko, so you're done. Like, sorry.
You're done.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. Coming from being a parent, of 3, and Andres understands this as well, being a father. It's like any shit happens to any of my kids, like it's fucking going down, dude. Like I do not care. I really do not care. When it comes down to it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, I agree, man.
It's very much that scene in The Town where Ben Affleck goes up to fucking Jeremy Renner. He goes, "I'm gonna ask you something. You're not gonna ask me about it afterwards, And then Jeremy Renner's like, "Okay, whose car are we taking?"
That was such a good movie. There's like Controlled Psycho, and then there's like you went to the one motherfucker that like is down and is gonna happen. And at the same time, like once it's like you gone too far, that movie is fucking amazing. We should probably get into The Last of Us.
We should.
I just realized where we're going, and it's like we're gonna be awake for another fucking hour. And
is everybody caught up on
it? Huh?
Everybody's caught up on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Up to today, up to 6, episode 6.
Yeah, it's 6 episodes, so far. Okay, so this is the portion of our show where we're gonna go and talk about The Last of Us, episode 6. So if you guys haven't seen it, this is your spoiler warning. If you guys want to go ahead and hang out, drop some comments in there, and we'll go ahead and talk about The Last of Us. Ready and go.
Ash,
I've just first this entire time. You called me again. Come on, somebody else go first.
Sevan, go ahead.
The Last of Us, episode 6 was really cool. I liked it. We finally got to see Tommy, so you kind of
saw Tommy in the first episode.
Huh?
You saw Tommy in the first episode.
No, I know, but from the first episode to now, this is the first time that we're seeing him since the first episode. Yeah. So I kind of see like the new little civilization or the new little sanctuary that they've built. I kind of
have not played the game at all.
No, dude, I have not.
There's no inkling to play the game.
There is an inclining to play the game, but it's like I hear how long the game is. I'm like, there's no point.
There's a mini Left Behind game between part 1 or game 1 and game 2 that I've obliged myself to finish part 1 again but I really want to play Left Behind because I feel like that's what's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's your turn. Go ahead.
No. No.
But it makes me feel like fucking. It scares me because the outcome of a lot of stuff I want to push to season 5, where it feels like we're already like we're fucking gone, like we're heading there.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I have an inkling to play the game. I really do, but knowing how long the game is and how many hours it requires to go ahead and complete it, to me, there's no. Huh?
Didn't you get Calypso?
Calypso? Oh yeah, I got that one. Yeah.
Okay, so
Calypso Protocol.
You're talking about how long a game's gonna take. Go on.
No, Dick, but there is no Calypso. Dumbass. That's what I'm talking about. It's like I'm gonna find out what's gonna happen in the show first and playing the video game. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, kind of, maybe.
I mean, I already know what happens to Joel in the game.
Oh, go on.
I already know what happened. I already knew what happened to Henry and Sam before then. Like all that stuff already got spoiled for me because all of a sudden the first 2 episodes of The Last of Us comes up, and then my social media feed just gets flooded with a whole bunch of Last of Us shit, dude. So it got spoiled for me.
Yeah, I'm playing The Last of Us Part 1. We're on our way to Bill, and it's all the traps that he sets, and I was like, it's so fucking cool outside looking in, and I'm not taking your fucking time. It's so cool outside looking in because now I envision when I see Bill on the game, it's gonna be like I envision the whole fucking love story and the whole fucking
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's fucking just adding a whole bunch of fucking shit to it. It's so cool. Go on.
Yeah, so it's episode 6 was good. I liked it, you know. I liked the evolution of Tommy and Joel's relationship, you know. You can tell that there's still that Tommy's still a little bit bitter from all the shit that they had to do to get to the point where they're at now, but at that point there was nothing else to do but to do that, you know.
Yeah.
So I get it, you know.
Yeah.
But you can tell that Tommy can see that Joel's not the same person, you know, and it was pretty fucked up that for Joel to, or for Tommy to say, just because your life stopped doesn't mean that mine had to, you know. So it was kind of fucked up for him to say, but you know, nevertheless, it was just it's like he's right, you know. So it's
Pause. The great thing too was the haircut scene was, well, Joe made him do it, which was the she's from True Blood, which I had to look that up, but
Rutina Wesley.
Yeah.
But it was you don't know what the fuck got said for everybody to accept everybody. And Tommy's wife said, well, Joel made him do it. And then you have Ellie, who has Joel's back, that was like, well, fucking no, bro, he did that shit too. Like, they both survived. Like, they both did that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, go ahead. It just, the things that you're bringing are fucking points that I've always wanted to bring up, and I want to make sure that gets said, because it's if you and I travel for fucking 6 months or whatever, and then Estefan and Luis travel, like, but we have both the same story, it's not going to come together correct, because you know what I mean? Like, you're going to hear you're only going to hear that person's side of it.
Yeah,
you're
that one-sided story. That's all you're going to hear.
Right. He's not going to tell the girl he's trying to get with, like, no, I fucking slaughtered a whole bunch of fucking people.
Right, for sure. So he's gonna turn it into like, I've done some things.
Right.
You know. So, but yeah, it is probably the perfect video game to TV series adaptation thus far, you know. And that's saying something, because we've had multiple attempts from video game to mainstream media, from Mortal Kombat to Uncharted to fucking what else?
Mario.
Like, Mario.
The thing is, they use the platform and like this, and then let's make it our own, because I want to make it fucking No Country for Old Men, and like the closer you keep it to the fucking thing, the fucking better.
I'm not going to touch upon anything else you guys said. Like, you guys said it perfectly. It was a wonderful episode. All I will say is, if you're not listening to the podcast, the official podcast for the show, it has the original game creator and the producer of the television series. And they're talking to the actor that plays Joel in the video game. He's the host of the show. And they go into every episode and break it down. And they talk about like that. I love that show so much. Like, it is, in my eyes, it's perfectly done. Like, it hits every beat, from writing to acting to like the fucking sets and props, the way they film it. Like, everything is 100% in my eyes. And to hear both the creators of the show and the video game talk about how they're going through it, talking about the different things from the show to the game and why things changed. Like, dude, like, it is, you have to, if you love the show so much, like, you have to listen to that podcast to hear the creator.
Is that the commercial in the beginning to go listen to the? Okay,
it is. You should go from the beginning and listen to that podcast.
Yeah, because I think I was watching before the show came out, like HBO Max put out like a little promo that had the creator of the video game on there, you know, and they brought him on to write for the show, you know, and he even said it himself. He goes, if I wrote the show like the video game, it would be a boring fucking show. You know, like he said it himself, like it would be a boring fucking show. He goes, but the challenge that I had was I was working with someone at the same time for the series. So for the game, it was just me. I was just writing for the game. For the series, I'm getting to bounce ideas off of someone else, and then that person's bouncing ideas off of me, you know, and we're creating this beautiful new story, same story, but new story, you know.
But
So, right.
like we're not going to deviate from we are going to, this is what's established. We mentioned a fucking girl, and now we're going to give that little girl a fucking whole storyline that'll add on a whole fucking season.
And they touch upon that in every episode. Like
Yeah.
they go through episode by episode. So
Yeah.
just watch, they touch upon like what's differently, and they'll explain to you why they did something differently. Like in the game, how the stuff with Joel's brother takes place in the dam instead of the township of Jackson. Like it tells you why they decided to do that. Like they'll go into this stuff telling you why they did it differently in the show as opposed to the video game. So it'll give you like the background of it.
See, that's
and then in the game, I feel like we don't see. I'm not trying to spoil anything because I honestly, what happens to certain people that got said earlier, but I don't want to fucking be that guy.
Wow.
I don't really want to. That's the one time I hope we're going to do The Walking Dead with it, because fuck, this episode was the one episode that really fucked me up emotionally.
Really?
Yes. Absolutely.
Compared to like the Frank and Bill story?
Yeah, that's the one that fucked me up.
No.
Yeah, that one fucked me up too, dude.
I was a bitch.
Fuck yeah, man.
No.
Like, okay, so don't get me wrong. Sorry, don't get me wrong.
Okay, let me pause you real quick because you're gonna come in. But the way that I saw Joel and Bill was how I see like Pacino and De Niro, where like they're both strong characters. I give you nothing. There's respect there, but I give you fucking nothing. And in the end, you're the one person I call because you're me. You're me in a different fucking world. Like if anything happens to me, you fucking call Joel. But you go because I want to talk about this episode and I need to pee.
Okay. Here's the thing though. Episode 3 made me care about Joel, about Frank and Bill a lot, actually. You know, it made me care about them. You know, the one thing that got me about this episode was when Joel was confessing to Tommy that like, hey, I'm not who I used to be. I can't hear out of one of my ears properly. I'm not strong. I all of a sudden get scared for no reason, which that's fucking anxiety. Like he's having an anxiety attack, you know, where he's explaining like, you know, I'm you know, out of nowhere it feels like I can't breathe and this and that, you know, and I'm afraid, you know. So there's all that, you know. So that part is what got to me, was just like, wow, like he's being extremely vulnerable with his brother. He's never been this vulnerable throughout the entire show, but the minute he gets to hang out with his brother, you know, and his brother's talking and he's talking to his brother, he becomes a little bit more vulnerable around him.
I don't think it has to do with being around his brother than him realizing that his relationship with Ellie is yeah, it's like that's his daughter now, and he doesn't want to fail Ellie like he did his daughter at the start. So that's why he's having those panic attacks at the beginning, or like throughout the episode, where he's like clutching as, because he's having a fucking panic attack, realizing that the same shit that happened with his daughter could happen with Ellie, and he can't take another failure. Like he failed his fucking daughter in the beginning, and he doesn't want to do it again with Ellie.
And that is fucked up to feel that way, dude, because it was the fucking soldier that, you know, received orders to pull the trigger on both of them. You know what I mean? Like that shit's fucking nuts, dude. But yeah, I
And
can.
it was
I
a
can.
soldier that didn't want to fucking do it. Right. Like when he asked him to repeat it, like all you had to say is like, let him go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm waiting for my fucking turn.
No,
Go ahead.
that was pretty much it. I mean, you already went to go piss, so you didn't hear anything. So go ahead.
He didn't. All right. Uh when it's okay, I didn't feel anything during the Bill
Yeah.
and Frank storyline.
Wow.
No, hold on. I'm gonna fucking talk.
Homophobe.
I didn't feel anything. No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
I'm kidding.
When it got me was when I don't want to use the word exposed. When he relayed the information that we're both going.
Yeah.
And then it was super romantic. Like, I didn't get on board. I'm not a Bill to fucking nth degree where we're all gonna whatever, because I cry at everything. But I'm very fucking Bill. Like, I'm very fucking whatever. But again, I cry at everything, but I'm very whatever. Like, so when Bill said, like, we both go, and like we, like he let him know, like, we both took the fucking wine.
Well, yeah,
Which,
it was more, yeah. It was more Frank asked him,
but the journey with Bill was very much no, and then blah blah blah, and like in any relationship, you're that person, and it's no, well, they're staying for fucking, they're gonna stay for fucking dinner. Bro, I'm no, I've been doing all this to keep everybody fucking safe. Like, you're still trying to keep, you know what I mean? Like, it's the person that fucking changes you, and it's the person that fucking opens you to fucking, that was the fucking love story. But as Bill's going through it, I was doing like everything he was saying. I was like, no, fuck, these people aren't saying. But clearly, you have a relationship with Joel, and that's gonna lead to the thing with Tess happen. There's it's the thing that you said with your shirt. You have a fucking relationship with your shirt, and somebody's tearing your shirt, and it's not the sentiment that it is to them, because all they see is a hole in your shirt, when like, oh, that person gave it to me, that person, whatever. It's the sentiment. It's the fucking, I created this, I blah blah blah, I allowed you to be a part of this, and then now it's like little by little, like,
but see,
it's
I
a
don't see
shared
it that way.
fucking universe.
No, I
But
get it. I understand what you're saying, but when you say it like that, when you say it like, oh, I allowed you to be a part of this, it's like, what? Like, what do you mean I allowed you?
yeah. That person crawled in through a hole in something you fucking created,
Right?
for safety, and there's passwords involved. They allowed them to do that. He clearly could have killed him like anybody, another raider, another this, another that.
But that's the whole point of that episode, was that Bill lived his life alone until somebody came in that saw,
Nothing offensive. That's what happened in the fucking episode.
that there's somebody that came in that saw him, who he was, the person that he was trying to hide in the real world, because obviously in that episode you just don't become fucking gay, right? So
No, but it was
like, that's what I'm saying.
Also, Right. No, but also it was like, oh, I just want something to eat. Oh, you have a piano. Like little by little, like it was like a chipping away at that person, the closed off person.
Yeah, right. And so
Nothing to do with sexuality thing and everything to do with like,
but it does though, because if a Bill was a singularly straight man who was compassionate, he would have sent him on his way. And there's certain moments
oh,
that there's certain moments in that episode where you could see Frank give him that eye where he's like, he wouldn't have, if Frank thought he was strictly straight, he wouldn't have tried.
Exactly.
And know that as a
oh,
game.
he saw it as somebody that accepted
Exactly.
himself. Oh, did
Yeah.
not. Great episode.
Yeah, it's like,
Didn't
yeah,
time
and
that.
that's the whole thing when he comes out with the dinner and Frank says, "Oh, I didn't know that you know about pairing the wine with rabbit or whatever." Like those are hints right there, you know.
That's why he said, "Who's the girl for the song?" When he was singing the Linda Ronstadt song, so and he asked, "Who's the girl?" He knew that there wasn't a girl.
Yeah,
that was he was testing the line where he's when Bill's like,
everyone saw that.
No girl.
Really?
Everyone saw that.
That was the part.
I mean, I
Frank saw.
I got it on a very, very genuine level of like this guy who loves football and this guy who loves the ballet. Like I put it together like in a very genuine level, but like the things that you're saying, the lines you were saying, I didn't even. Again, I allow you to live. He happened to be gay.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. It's like, no, he didn't allow him to be a part of his life. Like he wanted him to be part of his life, you know, because he.
But I was talking about the whole like I'm going to kill you part.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that when because Frank was testing the waters and asking specific questions and stuff like that, he's able to see like, oh, Bill's like me, you know, and then like Andres said, the last test was who's the girl.
But there's also differences, like that part where he's Bill after the shower and he goes in the living room and he's seeing the pictures and he touches the mantle and he's like, oh, there's dust here. And he's like, oh shit, I fit into this guy's life where he could be the hunter protector, but I could be the person that lives here and cleans up and provides something beautiful.
Which is why it was a big deal when Frank said, I want to do this to the house and this to the city and this to the little town and stuff like that.
Fuck all that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing.
It was talking about before. I'm afraid of somebody changing up my fucking shit.
Well, not only that, but it's like he doesn't want to draw attention to where they're at. That's why he was so against it, you know? And Frank even said, he's like, if I'm going to live here, I'm going to make it my own too. Like, this isn't just yours, you know?
That's why they would,
so there's that.
Love me how I am, or
bingo.
Okay. So getting to where I feel about this episode. I cried a lot in this episode. Being that I played the game and I'm so used to Walking Dead world, I was thinking that certain people would be taken out a different way than what it was. And I'm trying to be as general as possible because you just never know where people are at. The insecurities that Joel has, cried a lot because it was like he already lost a daughter, he already everything. Right. And then also it is, as much as you're going to leave it to your brother who I trust, it's, I survived with you for fucking however long. if you depend on somebody for fucking even 3 days, and it's like, now you're gonna go with my brother, like you don't know if the brother is gonna be this, is gonna be that. Like you already went through when Joel fucked that motherfucker up. And she already was like, I'm already gonna becoming like, one, I'm gonna trust you to for my own survival. And two, she was already when she saw him fucking him up, her posture and her everything was like her becoming him. And the entire show of, I want to hunt. I want to, can you show me how to use a gun?
Have a gun, yeah.
It was survival. Like there's the Joel, I need to protect you thing, and then there's the also, can I trust you thing, which is way less than what it is now. But it's also like, it is him handing his daughter a gun. It's just a fucking amazing show. I cried. Fucking, it was such a great show, but he motherfucking cried to his brother, which fucking made me cry. Because oddly enough, knowing he's the Mandalorian, it's the guy. It's the fucking, the actor is fucking great. In that the Last of Us guy in the game is very, I need to take care of you because I made a promise. Okay, kill, blah, blah, blah. But there's not the transition of
father figure.
I need to not care about you, and I need to get you to this fucking place to not care about you.
Right.
Me and Tess are going to take you to this fucking place. You're done. We get our battery. We're fucking, I need to not fucking care.
Right.
And every bit of her is, from leaving Marlene, every bit of her is like, oh my God, she says it twice. Like, if you die, I'm fucked. If you leave me, I'm fucked. And the very, fucking 2 scenes. It's fucking, it was so fucking powerful. This motherfucker is choosing his brother. I trust you to get her to this safe point. And she only knows him. And it's not, I understand that you trust your brother to get me to the safe point. It's I trust you because you fucking saved me from fucking 27 things. Not only that, like, there's the emotional, like, I know, like,
it's the you know how in that episode when she's talking where it's like everybody fucking has left me.
Yes. But I was gonna cut you off. I was gonna cut you off because she goes, do you give a fuck about me or not? Yes. He answers right away. There's like emotional shit happening when he says yes right away, but he didn't say anything all the way leading up. She asks every emotional fucking thing ever. She throws down the fucking book and says, do you give a fuck about me or not? Yes. And there's this fucking, almost a realization to himself. Because when he says it, he fucking freaks out. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Like, there's oh my god, dude, acting is so fucking beautiful, man. It's fucking amazing. Like it's a fucking video game thing, and we're on Resident Evil 6, and it doesn't compare to what we have. But, like, there's a way to fucking do it absolutely amazingly right. Because that's what the video game in part 2 is a different storyline. That's why I want that to be like season 4 as opposed to we're going really quick, because there's certain sweaters that are game 2 that I'm kind of like, no, you can't go there yet. You can't go there yet, because we're barely getting to, okay, so there is someone's passed out and she teaching herself how to use the bow and arrow. And that's levels 8 and 9. That's levels 8 and 9. But in this, we're going to do that in episode 8. You know what I mean? Like, I get real scared because I don't want it to get to you want
where you know it's going.
You know the Mandalorian, where there's that season where you don't have that fucking relationship and it's not going great, and then all of a sudden you're gonna get that relationship back. That's what that is. This whole fucking storyline needs to be that. The reluctancy of I can't do this, and the one person that depends on you. And when you don't have that and you're trying to, it's Boba Fett, it works, and you're trying to fucking whatever, but it's not, it doesn't give justice to the book of Boba Fett and what it's supposed to be, because everybody's on Mandalorian. Does that make sense? Like, you're trying to make everybody fucking happy. So I'll end my turn with an hour in. I'll end my turn with it was heartbreaking for me to see Joel finally break down. It's heartbreaking for me to see him have, I didn't realize there were panic attacks until the first look thing after, because I took that as like, we're trying to take him out a different way. Spoiler. We're trying to take him out like a different way, like a weird way. Which I'm not gonna like. I'm also not gonna like. Anyway. It's fucking hard to it's so hard to fucking say what you want to say. It's a person that much like the Bill Frank thing. It's a person that doesn't want to fucking feel. And then there's the beauty of he thought he saw his daughter,
right?
Which adds to the fucking adds even +9 to fucking Ellie. Plus, on top of that, you mum in your sleep. I keep failing in my sleep to my brother. This is a fucking layered story that's fucking beautiful.
Yep.
So fucking beautiful. Like, and then on top of that, they're two people that don't want to give a fuck about each other.
Yeah.
She's waiting there, and she accepts that Tommy is gonna be the one that takes me to the place. She shuts down everything, and then she sees Joel, and then it's like there's times. It's hard to explain because there's emotions that are involved, and then there's times that you cut yourself off, and there's times that you like fucking. I cried a fucking million times just because I've been both people.
Yeah.
And then go on, you go on, Esteban. I hear myself talking so much.
Oh, I'm done, dude. I got my 2 cents in.
Okay. Andres?
We're good. I think you said everything that needed to be said, sir, and not in a bad. That was not a negative on you. It just it.
Well, and it's just not. It's not great when you cut yourself off, and you cut yourself off, even to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And there's that one person that just, and it's like it. Yeah.
It was more of a deeply personal episode between the characters instead of them having to deal with whatever the fuck was going on inside of the.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then to figure out that the one reason he's freaking out is like, okay, my freak out was when they woke up and Ellie was in trouble because she yells out Joel, and the two brothers had guns. And then he was already talking like, all right, he's talking like a dick. I'm just telling you, we're good. Like, she was saving his life amongst the two brothers. That was my, like, the turn of we kind of need each other just to survive. There's a lot of that in the show, where in the game, like, it really becomes what happened to Joel now really becomes where Ellie is becoming, if she's going from 12, then she's going to 15, and becomes like her own, teaching myself kind of stuff. Which I kind of hope we're going to fill in the gaps as opposed to people dying in the show. That, like, we could really go 5 seasons before certain storylines just to get to the game too.
I think you just want it. You don't want it to end too soon.
And I think it is.
All my sexual relationships.
Yeah, and I think it is. I think it's going to end very soon. You know.
No.
I think it's going to be like either.
She already has her hair in a ponytail, which is with just game 2. It's not good.
Yeah, I think it's going to end with 2 or 3 seasons.
I can see 3. If you're gonna do 3, you got to do 3 like, God, I'm gonna fucking die on that episode.
Well, and that's the thing, is that I don't think they want to milk it too long. Number one, because they don't want it to turn into a Game of Thrones where like the last fucking seasons.
But you have 2 games out. You have 2 games out, right? So again, we're gonna get to, if we're on season 5 and we're not going against the game, where do we go with the game? Right.
I don't know, man.
So then it has to be either 25 years down the line and Ellie's like 30 with her own fucking Ellie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sooner or later you catch up to the game or you catch up to the fucking
Yeah.
But I cried a lot. I have been both the cutoff person and the I depend on you person.
The Ellie and
Yeah, and both suck. And I will say that as a guy, me explaining that I cry a lot is a thing to me to even say that out loud.
It's all right.
No,
little
I will,
culture.
I will
Okay.
never play in front of you guys. But to the show, fucking, I've been these characters, not in that situation, but like the fucking, I don't want to care.
Wait, you mean you've never been in a world where the
I've
fucking
not
fungus zombies take over?
not once.
Shocking.
It really is
Unreal.
You're a liar, sir. And that'll do it for this week's episode on that. Thank you all for tuning in. And
Oh, it's 11 o'clock. I'm sorry, Seven. I'm sorry, Andres. I mean,
oh, you're fine. No need to apologize, sir.
You're good.
So thank you all. And as always, this is Comix.
we are fucking everywhere. Also, Comic-Con Radio. We're coming.
Hopefully.
Good night, everyone.